Hey everyone, welcome back to Beekeeping Like a Girl, or welcome to if you are new. I'm Natalie, and today we are basically going to be talking about mites. And also, it was completely fine today, and then it got really cloudy and started to get really windy, so we're going to kind of do this a little bit faster, but I just wanted to warn you about the wind if it does get bad. It's not bad right now, but we don't have anything to protect the mic or anything, so hopefully it doesn't get too bad. But anyway, we're going to be talking about mite treatment because a lot of people are changing their mite treatment, and we're one of those people. And we used to do Apiguard. I always get mixed up because it's like Apiguard and Apiguard, but we're switching to Apiguard this year. And I know some people that are switching to that also, or are just switching their mite treatment. So we'll do this, and then we're also going to go ahead and do oxalic acid like later in the year, which I've done a video on before. If you want to watch that, you can watch it right here, and I'll probably maybe do another video on that. I don't really know, but if you're a beekeeper, you might know that mites is definitely one of the biggest struggles in beekeeping, and I know there's a lot of different opinions on this, so I know I might get a lot of opinions on this, but this is just what we're doing. Also, this is our first time doing Apiguard, so we might not be doing it right. This is just how we're doing it. And it's not perfect, but it's what's working for us, and so we'll see the results in a little while. Maybe in a future video I'll do a little bit of an update on it and just kind of say if it went well for us. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. This is just how we're doing it, and I know some people don't even like to treat, which I think it's better to treat just because we've had rough experiences in the past with just our hives not making it because of mites. So that's why we treat our bees for mites. So we're going to go ahead and do a mite wash on this hive, and then I'll also treat them if they, well actually I'll just go ahead and treat them anyway. Even if they have just like 3 mites or maybe even just like 2 or something, I'll still go ahead and treat them. We're going to treat all of these. We've got all of our supers off, and they all are in double deeps right now. We'll be feeding. I might do that, or if the video seems pretty long, I'll just not do it. But anyway, so let's go ahead and open them up. I also haven't done a whole lot of mite washes, so that'll make them happy. I don't know if you heard that, but that was really loud. Anyway, I haven't done a whole lot of mite treatments, or sorry, I keep getting my words mixed up. Wow. Okay. Anyway, I haven't done a whole lot of mite washes, so I could be doing it wrong, but this is just how I'm doing it. But anyway, see if I can get the smoker going a little bit better. The bees aren't super happy because we might have a little bit of a fall flow on right now, but we were like just recently in a dearth, and we really don't have like a flow on at all really. So they're not really happy this time of the year. But it's funny because we went from them being super happy. I mean, you could just wear, sometimes like you could get away without wearing a veil, but I'm not that crazy sometimes. So they were super nice, but right now they're just not super happy. We've had some fun experiences this week. Anyway, we also tried to treat a few days ago, and they were not having it, so we weren't able to do it. Anyway, I'm just gonna pop this lid open. But we fed them like not too long ago. It was a little while ago though. But they're supposed to be drawing this top box out, but they're really not. So we're gonna make sure to keep feeding them. I mean, they're just barely drawing it out. So I'm realizing I'm gonna have to go to the bottom box, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. Get down there anyway. Wow, they're already not super happy. This is gonna be fun. There's really not a whole lot of bees up here. Hopefully there's some in the bottom. I'm gonna basically look for a frame that has a lot of larvae and that will have a lot of nurse bees on it, because that's what I'm gonna use to do the mite treatment on. If you don't know a whole lot about this, basically, I can't tell you everything, but basically these mites can kill the hive, and they'll be on the bee. So Unfortunately, I'll have to kill a half cup of bees. I'll use a half cup, which I don't like doing, and it's annoying because I don't want to kill bees because we're here to help them, but I have to. So I'll do that in a second, but let's see. Doesn't look like they're really that full. Actually, you know what? There's not a whole lot of bees in this box, so I don't really want to take bees from them, so we'll do maybe this hive. Not this hive probably though. Maybe I'll do that hive. So I'm going to go ahead and put them back together actually. Well, I'll go ahead and treat them anyway, so I'll show you how we do that. I was planning to do the mite treatment, or the mite wash and then the treatment, but we're going to switch around this time I guess, so we're going to do the treatment and then I'll do a mite wash. So anyway, so like I said, it's definitely something different and don't really know a whole lot of what we're doing, but we're doing Apiguard, which I think I might have already said, I don't remember. So we're trying Apiguard out and just seeing how it goes. Now one thing I'm going to do is put on some gloves. If you want to, you can also put on some glasses or like just to protect your eyes, but I'm just going to go ahead and put some gloves on and make sure not to touch my face and then wash my hands and everything, but I'm going to go ahead and put these on. And then normally when you order your Apiguard, well, we ordered ours in buckets. I'm not sure if you can get a smaller size or anything. And we bought 3 of those. We didn't have a whole lot of luck with those, I guess. I don't really know, but one of the buckets actually somehow got open and the bottom broke, so we had to switch it to this bucket, which is actually a bucket that you use for feeding bees. But that's fine, it works just the same, right? So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Because it's windy, this might make it a little bit harder. I swear, the sun was literally just out and we were just working bees. And it was really hot. So anyway, so it comes with these little cards, and I'm just going to use this card, place it right here on the hive, and then I'm going to put my Apiguard right on top of this card. And I'm thinking, normally if you have a deep that's like really full, you would want to go ahead and do probably 50 of, here, let's check this. So this is the syringe, 50 ml. To be honest, I don't know a whole lot of what I'm talking about when I come to this stuff, but I think I know what I'm talking about. So you would want to go to 50 probably, but for this hive, I'm gonna do, I don't know, I'm thinking, we'll do 40. So I'm just gonna go to the 40 mark right there and put it on this card. The more you do, it's the harder to fit on this card. It obviously, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then it goes all the way up to 60. And I think that's how far it goes up. You can go a little bit farther than 60, but we're just going to do 40 this time. So you just take the syringe. I don't know exactly what Apiguard is supposed to look like. So I think this is what it's supposed to look like, but it's like almost crystallized. Like it's like crunchy kind of. And for some reason when we ordered, we got 3 of these buckets, and for some reason we just didn't have a whole lot of luck. So one of the buckets actually it was really clumpy, and there was like these whole like clumps of it, and it was like dry. So I don't think it's supposed to look like that, but I don't know. One thing that it does say is that you're supposed to mix it really well, which actually I should probably do, but I'm just going to kind of mix it with the syringe, I guess. Let me do that a little bit. I think that's probably good, and then I'm just going to take the syringe in and then put it all the way to 40. So that's at 50, so I'm going to put it to 40. Okay, so it's like white, so it's like a little bit harder to see, but it's at 40 right now. So then I'll just take the card, because I would normally just set it on and then put it on, but it's windy right now, so I'm going to just hold it down, I guess. And then you're just going to place it on the card. And if you want, you can take like a frame, like, I don't even know what that's called, like a spacer or whatever you call it. Sorry, my English is great today. And then it won't touch the anna cover or the lid, whatever you're using. But this lid that we're using has a little bit of space in between it, so it should give it enough room to where it won't squish it or anything. So that's literally it. And now we're going to go ahead and feed them, which is right here. We'll just put a little bit of syrup in here. Wow, I just spilled it all over the bees. I think we brought enough syrup to where we're going to fill it all the way to the top. They've already got sticks in there, so hopefully they'll be able to float on that. There we go, nice and full. Alright, just like that, and that's pretty much all we're going to do, and hopefully they will take this and maybe start building wax, but we'll see. Probably won't at this point, our luck, but anyway, I'm going to put this on now, so then we can move on. And let's see, let's go over to, I'm not thinking this time, because we just put a new queen in here, so I'm not sure I really want to mess with them right now. Let's go over to this hive. So their entrances are going like this way, so these two are going that way, these two are going this way, so I guess we're switching this way, I don't know. Okay, and then of course I leave the smoke over here. The smoker going again. Okay, that's good enough. So I think I'm going to treat this hive. I say that, so we'll see. The bees always have other plans. Sounds like there's a lot of bees up here. Wow, yes, there is. Compared to that hive, there is a lot more bees up here. You can see in the feeder here. Always in the feeder. So that'll make it fun for giving them syrup. But these girls are building out comb. This, whatever this is called, is getting stuck in their propolis here. These girls are definitely building out comb, so that's good. Wow, they're building out a lot. Looks like they've done pretty much all of this, so they have like 2 frames left. That's really good. That's great to see. I'm glad that they're finally starting to do that. I think we pulled 1 frame up, so they built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5.5 frames out of comb, so that's good. Let's see if I can get this frame out. And let's see if she maybe laid up here, or maybe they filled it with honey. Oh, I see a lot of brood. That looks good. Okay, so this is eggs. That is completely full with eggs. That looks great. You won't be able to see down in there, but this just whole thing is filled with eggs, so that's really great. This other side has a really nice amount of brood here. There's a couple spots here that are open, but that's okay. She looks like she's doing really good with her laying. I love the way you can see like the ombre almost. It's getting like darker here and a lot lighter here. So that's cool. Sorry. So anyway, I want to make sure she's not even on this frame. I don't think so. I love seeing all those eggs. It looks really cool. So let's go set this down. Let's go over to the next frame. Let's see, let's do this one. I can't remember what these are. I think these are our queens. I think, because these were our double nukes that we switched over to here. And I feel like I remember our double nukes being our queens. Sorry, I saw a bee that looked kind of like a queen, but it's not. Do that all the time. I'll see a drone, I'm like, oh, that's her. Nope, it's not. Anyway, looks like they've got a little bit of, I'm not sure what this is actually. they've got this spot right here. Oops, sorry. It looks kind of like maybe there was a, I think that's called a mud dauber's nest. We get those a lot on our frames. If we leave the boxes like in the shed or something, the bees or like hornets or something will come build their own nest, even though it's not for them. So maybe that's that. I don't know, but I'm still trying to find a frame with some larvae on it. I'm seeing like a lot of brood. There's not a whole lot of frames that have a ton of bees on it, and I need a decent amount of bees. Well, this looks actually kind of good, but I don't think that's going to be enough bees. Let's see. Probably shouldn't have smoked them because they all left down to the bottom box, and I don't really want to go down to the bottom box, but I might have to. This one might work, maybe. Look at all that new wax. Okay, this is a food frame, so they filled that up. And this is brood, and then we've got larvae, a little bit of eggs. I'm thinking, maybe I can try and shake them, and I can see how many bees I get. But the thing is, I don't really want to have to shake them a bunch of times because I don't love shaking bees because they don't get super happy with me, and they're already not really that happy. So let's see. I think I'm just gonna do it and we'll see how many bees I get. I did a mite wash today already, and I thought I was gonna have enough bees, but then I shook them and there was enough. So anyway, we'll see, we'll find out. So we just have this container right here, and this is just, I don't know the name of it. It's Varroa easycheck. Maybe that's the name of it. I don't know. But I think we got these from, where was it? Was it Menards? Where?
Man Lake.
Man Lake. Okay, Man Lake, I was wrong. But I think you can get these off of Amazon, so if you want to buy these, I think we'll be able to leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. I never pick, sometimes I do the description, sometimes I do the comments, but we'll put it in the description this time so then you can check it out if you want to buy some of it. And then just rubbing alcohol in here, and you just fill it up to, I guess, right there. That's how much I put in there. And then take the lid off. And there's like this piece right here that you'll basically shake the bees into, but it goes in, and then you shake the bees into this this bin, I don't know, and then you take a half cup. I'll scoop the bees up and then pour them into here. And like I said, unfortunately it's going to kill all those bees, but it will be able to get a mite treatment or a mite check and see how many mites they have in here. Every hive is different. Some hives have, who knows, 10 mites, and then other hives will have just a couple, which is always really, really great to see. But hopefully this one won't be too bad. I tested one today that was pretty bad. I can't remember how many it was, but it wasn't that great. So where did I put that frame? Is that one? I don't think so. There's a good amount of bees on here, and there's definitely like larvae, so there should hopefully be some nurse bees on here. But I'm gonna do a really good check to make sure that there's no queen, because I don't want to kill that queen that they have in here, because she's doing really good on laying. That would really suck. Okay, I don't think the queen is on here, so this is not my favorite part, especially when they're not super happy, but I'm just gonna shake the bees in here. And you gotta be kind of fast sometimes, because the bees will sometimes fly out, and then you don't get nearly as many, but that's why we like to do nurse bees. Because if I understand right, nurse bees can't really fly. So I've got one bee that's really mad at me right now. Okay, let's see, where should I do this? I'm gonna just do it, I guess, on the ground, just so it's a bit easier that way. And then I'll take my half cup and then just shake the bees into here. Let's see, how do I want to do this? it's different every time. Sometimes I do it a different way, and then, anyway, I'm stalling. There we go. And it wasn't too bad. The last one that I did today, they were flying everywhere. So then, you just take this, you hit it down, and then scoop your bees up, put them into the alcohol wash. That's definitely enough, I would think. And then I'll move those bees in a second. And you can see they're already all pretty much dying. And then put your lid on, and you just swirl it up. You know, I always think I'm not going to have enough bees on the frame, but it's always enough. So I think there's more than I think there is, so probably shouldn't worry too much about that. And I'm just going to swirl it nice and good like this. And yeah, I'll be back in a second just because I'll do this for like a minute or two, and it's pretty boring, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, so it's been a minute or two, I don't know, and let's go ahead and check the count. So they should all pretty much just fall to the bottom, hopefully, and you'll be able to count them. They're like just these little tiny red dots, and I've seen them on the bees before, so I know what they look like, but the first few times you do it, you might not know. So 1, 2, 3, actually, I was gonna say 3, but now I'm only thinking there's 2. It almost looks like there's only 2 in here, and I did quite a bit of bees. Well, that's really good actually, because today, like I said, I can't remember how many, but it was a high count, unfortunately. But maybe if you come over here, you might be able to see if I can show you a little bit. You know, you can obviously go look it up and you'll be able to see, but like that little red dot right there is a mite, and then that one right there is also a mite. But like there's also other dirt and stuff in there, so it kind of makes it hard because it's not that exactly that just mite. But anyway, so now what we'll do so that we can use this alcohol again, because we don't want to go through too much alcohol, because we don't want to use a new set every time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyway, so we'll take a strainer, put a paper towel in it, and strain this through, and it should get all the mites out, and then you have just your fresh alcohol, and you'll be able to do it again. This is like, I don't know how many times we've used this alcohol, but you know, don't use it too much, but you can definitely reuse it so that you're not having to go and buy a bunch more alcohol. So anyway, so we'll do that, and then I'll also, even though they only had a couple mites, I still need to treat them, so we'll do that. I'm going to put this frame back in. A bunch of bees on this one. I should have done that one, but anyway. Also, I realized that you could probably, instead of shaking the bees on the ground, because then the bees are going to be on the ground, you can shake the bees into that bin over the hive. It might be a little bit harder that way, but I think it would still work, just so you don't lose the bees on the ground, but they'll eventually fly back, hopefully. And then let's see, let me just... Smoker was doing really good before the video. And whatever, I'll light it, I'll get it back in a second, but I didn't light that smoker, just so you know. Anyway, I'll just... can maybe get some of these bees out of here. Oh, that went well. That's okay. Though, I've actually had people ask me before that were like, are the bees drowning that you just put syrup all over them? But hopefully eventually they'll get out and be able to dry themselves off, so they should be okay. It looks like there's not nearly as many bees as there was earlier, so that's good. Just gonna pour it again all the way to the top. There we go. Also, I was just about to close the hive up. Stupid, because I still have to treat them. Anyway, so I'm going to do 50 on this one just because they're a lot bigger hive, which is a good thing. There it is. So the syringe all the way to 50. It can kind of be, if you have a good amount of hives, it can kind of be a little bit time consuming just because you have to do this to every single hive. You don't have to do the mite wash, you can just do the treatment part. But like I did on that one, I think, and I fed them. But when we have like 2 people doing it, or even if there's 3 of us, me and my parents, it goes a lot easier and a lot faster that way. But it's really a really simple thing. So anyway, Apiguard was also really easy. You just had to put the little strips in. So anyway, this might not work for us this year, and we'll go back to maybe Apiguard, or I don't know, maybe find a different mite treatment. There was some other, can't remember what it was. I think it was Mite Away Quick Strips. I think that's what it was. If I am wrong, then I'll put some words in, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was that we tried out, and we really didn't have much luck with that. So we've tried a couple things, and we're just trying more stuff to see if it works. So again, this one has that lid that, oh, I almost got stung because I smushed the bee, but it has this spot right here that'll go ahead and give it a little bit of room so that I don't squish it. But if you want to, you can use there's like these little spacers that you can use, and it'll just separate it from the lid and the treatment. Sorry, okay, looks like my English is getting worse, so we're gonna go ahead and end the video there, but we're gonna treat these ones and these 4, and then we'll be gone, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Follow along for bee adventures, and be here next time on Beekeeping Like a Girl.